Hey, in this episode, we are finally going to drive the van legally and safely.
But before we do that, check out these tires. They need to be replaced. They are flat and they don't have any thread. Let's go ahead and jack up that van. You can always use jack stands. Take out the tire. I think you know where we're going with this. This is when I first noticed that the disc brakes needed to be replaced. Yeah. Here's the Tahoe. Let's throw some tires in there. Yep. They're pretty gross, so I like to try to keep things clean with towels. And here are some new to me used tires, because your boy's on a budget and they look pretty great. Except it got the back of the Tahoe dirty. All right, well, I'm sure you don't need to see how to put on a tire, but here it is anyways. They, for some reason, pumped the tire up to 55 PSI. As you see, it's supposed to be 40 PSI. All right, so we'll kind of jump into the next thing here. I replaced this bezel a while ago, and when I replaced it, it came with a switch that turns on and off the lights. However, that switch, I forgot to plug in that switch. And now since I've been plugging it in, I realized that that switch actually does not fit the plug that this van has. So I guess the few years difference of these two vans makes a big deal. That came with the bezel. This is the OEM. And ta-da. Now we got light. So as you can see, this windshield is busted. I'm not sure what happened. Something flew on top of it and smashed the hood. I already replaced the hood and that windshield is gone. And it's chipped literally everywhere. So, safe light to the rescue, and we got a fresh new windshield. So that looks pretty fancy if I do say so myself. Here's me cleaning the doghouse. Took off the carpet, just cleaned it. It was pretty freaking gross. So within this whole process of making the van safe and reliable, I did the brakes. These disc brakes needed to be replaced. I took off the caliper, I hung it up, I did some of this, I pressed in the piston, and I did more brake stuff. I think you kind of get the gist. I have the full video in the description down below if you want to learn how to place drum brakes and disc brakes on your Chevy Astro van or GMC Safari, so you can check that out. Or here's a super fast forward of the whole process, which you can just watch real quick, and if you're Superman, you can probably grasp what I'm doing here, but probably not. Yeah, so you can just watch that video. Okay, so here I want to clean the engine bay before I start driving it. I got some Windex, I sprayed down the whole entire engine bay, making it look new, but it's just wet. And this is when the steamer comes in. From the very beginning, I just steamed the entire engine bay. You have a whole bunch of steaming. And now we can finally test drive the Astro van.
I can't get in. All right.
We just finished up cleaning up the dash a little bit. That was disgusting. I'll show you a photo. But just removing it because it was so gross. Batteries all charged. Brakes are in. This will be the first extensive test drive that I have done with the van since I have driven it 3 hours to my home. So let's see how it goes. Started right up. That's good. this rear view mirror is not big enough. And I got one wiper. It's got some balls though. I like how the car screws all the way to the left.
Van's not that big.
Well, because it's a sketchy ass van. He's texting and driving. Not okay. So air's leaking from up here from the new windshield. It's not his fault. It's basically because when this windshield got smashed, the hood came up, or whatever the case happened. This also got bent. This got bent downwards. So maybe I can get some silicone and fix that right up. It doesn't seem too bad. So yeah, guys. So in that video, we discussed how air was leaking in the middle of this windshield. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix that. I actually have 3M window weld. Previously, before I did the gold wing door in the back, I was gonna reinstall some type of window with this, but I changed my mind and did the gold wing door, so that's why I have this. So this is gonna be perfect to hopefully try to fix that. The tip's actually already cut. A lot of people, when they're installing a window, they would cut it at a kind of like a V shape, so it would be nice and voluptuous. I think that's the correct word. When you apply the window and it spread evenly, but I'm just gonna be putting it underneath that piece of rubber seal right there. Oh, but there's one small rust spot I wanna go ahead and tackle real quick. I will be using the primer. You dip the spot in the paint. Guys, obviously this is not the professional way to do this. I'm just doing it and it's gonna work. Let's let that dry. I'm done with this. I think it dries in like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll be back. 10 minutes is how long it takes to dry. Hey, it's been about 10 minutes. That light is bright. I'm really close to it. So I'm gonna start in the middle, try it with my fingers, and hope for the best. Wow, that's hard. That is hard. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a bigger hole. Is this big enough? Now this way. I'm not left-handed, so this is gonna be hard. Guys, that window weld was no joke. I think I have kind of strong grip, maybe not, but that was so hard to squeeze. I had to use two hands. But ultimately, squeeze out a whole nother layer up top, all the way down to hopefully get rid of that air flowing straight down the middle of the Astro van. So let me go ahead and explain that real quick. The reason that the air was coming into the Astro van was because when this van got dented, when the windshield got smacked and all that stuff, whatever happened to it, when something landed on it probably, or he hit somebody. That could have happened. Anyways, it bent the middle of the windshield frame slightly. So it's just not having a full secure seal. So that's why I just added another bead all the way down. I think really I could have done this whole windshield myself, but whatever, it is what it is. It's probably pretty heavy and I'm not an expert. So I'd rather have someone else to do it, especially for the first time. And for something I'm putting a lot of time and effort into. I want it done right. We basically got the van running, driving, I think reliably so far, and legally on the road. So that is so exciting. And that today was the second most extensive drive I've done. First one was when I brought it down here, and that was super sketchy. But now we got it here. It's running 1,000 times better. I'm very happy for where we are with the van. We are, if it's not raining, gonna be taking it camping this weekend. We are going about half an hour away. Gonna stay one night and come back, and then we'll be doing that for Valentine's Day if it's not raining, and that'd be kind of fun. We're just gonna throw an air mattress in the back and just have a cooler. Just keep it simple for the first time, just to fill it out. And Tara and I are pretty excited for that trip. But guys, if you liked what you saw and you want to see more of it, I'm basically working on this Astro van, building it to be more of a stealthy camper van. You're still gonna notice it's a camper van, but it's gonna be somewhat stealthy, hopefully. And it's all gonna be done on the tightest budget as I possibly can, because that's how I do things. I do things on a budget. I normally wear gloves too. I hate having dirty hands. So anyways, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. This is Chris AutoMotivate. Always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time.